I've been experimenting with stripping my kitchen towels and I want to share my results with you. Laundry stripping went viral, I think about a year ago on TikTok and Instagram, but I actually just caught wind of it because I'm a little bit of a dinosaur in the social media realm. But it was good timing because just the other day when I took my kitchen towels out of the washing machine, they smelled really bad. Every time they start to get damp, they stink, and that is not what I'm going for in my kitchen. Now, as a spoiler alert, I did strip half of my kitchen towels yesterday and it did work, but I don't think it's quite as clear cut or even as magical as, say, TikTok or Instagram makes it seem. So I'm gonna show you what I did to deodorize my kitchen towels. The solution for laundry stripping is 1 part super washing soda, not to be confused with baking soda, 1 part borax, and then 2 parts of regular old powdered laundry detergent. Any brand or type will do just fine. Then before you do anything else, just make sure that your laundry is clean. So I put my towels in the washer and ran them on a sanitized cycle with extra hot water. So it was about a 2-hour wash. If your washing machine doesn't have a sanitized feature, no problem. Just wash them on hot water or whatever the hottest setting that you have and just get them as clean as you can. Naturally, while filming a laundry video, the main water line into our neighborhood broke and we had no water for the rest of the day. So I actually had to re-wash these the next day. That's why I'm wearing 2 different outfits in this video. But in any case, so make sure your towels are washed. Now, the point of laundry stripping is to remove any dirt, mineral buildup, grime, and excess laundry detergent that has accumulated on the fabric over time. So let's see if this works. I am mixing in a 1/4 cup of super washing soda, a 1/4 cup of borax, and a 1/2 cup of powdered laundry detergent into my bathtub. If you have a top-loading washing machine, that would work just fine too. Just make sure you can use hot water and that you can fill it up enough to submerge the towels. I filled my bathtub up probably less than 1/4 of the way, but definitely enough for me to be able to get the towels fully soaked and under the water. What everyone's been talking about on social media is how dirty the water looks after laundry stripping. So this is what the water looked like before I put any towels in it. And you can tell it just looks kind of soapy. So the next step is to just put your clean towels into the bathtub or your washing machine full of water, and with a spoon or some other utensil other than your hands, ideally, give them a stir so that way they just get nice and mixed in and soaked in the water. Every hour or so, you'll want to agitate the towels and then they will need to soak in the water until that water has come all the way back down to room temperature. It's been about an hour since I put the towels in the tub, so we're gonna stir them up and see how they're going. They'll probably have to be in here a little bit longer. It takes a surprisingly long time for the water to come back down to room temperature, so let's see what they look like. So the water is still pretty clear, but it does look a little bit green, and my suspicion is that it's the dye from my green towels. Now, I'm sure everyone's towels are like a different level of dirty, and if they're dirty enough, yes, that dirt will probably come out, but often what I found in the videos that I watch is that the color of the water is the same color as the towels, or the majority of the towels, and the water's looking pretty green, and I have a lot of green towels in here. Now, I don't think that means it's not working. I just think that maybe there's a little bit more going on here than just dirt releasing from the towels. It's been 2 hours since I put the towels in the bathtub, and again, I'm just going to agitate them, kind of swish them around in here, and I think arguably the water looks a little bit cloudier than it did an hour ago. It's a little hard to tell. It's definitely hard to tell on camera because of the way the light is coming into the bathroom here, but I do think it looks like either more dye or more dirt, or both, is coming out of the towels. It took 5 hours for the water to come back down to room temperature, and I did agitate them about every hour. And you can see here is just another reminder of what the water looked like in the very beginning. It was clear and kind of soapy. That by hour 5, there was a pretty big difference in the quality of the water. It definitely was green, and it was also pretty dirty. The next step is to drain the bathtub and wring out the towels. Try to get out as much water as you can, and then those towels go right back into the washing machine, but this time skip the laundry detergent. So I washed my towels on a normal cycle with extra hot water but no detergent, and that is because we're not actually cleaning them anymore. What we're doing is just washing or rinsing out the borax, the washing soda, and the powdered laundry detergent. And then of course, when that's done, throw them in the dryer and you officially have laundry stripped towels. I already said in the beginning that this worked, but here are my final thoughts about laundry stripping. The towels are out of the dryer and they are ready to be used, and they smell really good. Not only do they not stink at all, they actually just smell really good too. And the few towels that I have actually gotten wet don't stink at all, which before stripping them, if they even had the slightest bit of dampness to them, they smelled really bad. So that is not an issue anymore. So this totally worked for removing odors from my kitchen towels. The other thing that I've noticed too is that not only do they smell better, but they feel better too. I think that buildup of grime and detergents and dirt happens so slowly over a long period of time, we don't even really notice that it's happening. But now that they're completely clean, I can tell that the towels feel a lot better too. There are a few things that I want to note about laundry stripping that are pretty important. I sense that a lot of the change in the color was actually dye from the fabrics, and now I haven't noticed that any of my towels look faded, but I do think that over time, laundry stripping could fade your laundry. So I wouldn't strip anything like your grandmother's apron, for example. The other thing that I think happens is because that dye, I suspect, is being released, that I think there could be a transfer of colors if you're mixing lights and darks. So for me, that wasn't really that big of a deal because I hardly care when it comes to my kitchen towel. But if you are stripping any laundry where you don't want any transfer of colors, or if that would just bother you a lot, then I would not recommend doing your lights and darks together. Just separate them out and do them in 2 separate loads. But otherwise, this was a really easy and effective way to get the stink out of my kitchen towels and to extend their life in my kitchen a little bit longer. Thank you so much for tuning into Moon and Magnolia's YouTube channel, where we elevate the everyday from scratch and at home and without stink. And I'll see you again next time.